Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers named best spot for five-time All-Star, but would move Austin Reaves. If the Los Angeles Lakers make a blockbuster trade this offseason, teams could be interested in acquiring Austin Reaves. Looking at the best and worst landing spots for NBA players, Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report listed the Lakers as the best spot for Donovan Mitchell. However, Bailey's idea would have them moving Reaves. The Los Angeles Lakers may not have the best assets for a Donovan Mitchell trade, but 3 first-round picks, salary filler and some good, young-ish players like Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura is nothing to sneeze at, Bailey wrote on June 4. It will start to look a lot better if Mitchell's camp signals to the rest of the league that he'll only re-sign with a handful of teams, including the Lakers. If Mitchell winds up there, it'll be easy to buy the Lakers as an immediate contender. With 3 tradable first-round picks, the Lakers would likely have to move all of them to interest the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers sent the Utah Jazz 3 players, 3 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps for Mitchell in 2022. The Los Angeles Lakers had a quiet trade deadline, deciding to not trade any of their assets. Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka highlighted the 3 first-round picks they'll have to trade during the 2024 NBA draft, according to Dave McMenamin of ESPN. In terms of what was available at the trade deadline, we had 1 first-round draft pick, Pelinka said. It was our only sort of hook to fish with. And this summer in June, we, at the time of the draft, will have 3 first-round draft picks to look for deals, which I think will really unlock an access to potentially a greater or bigger swing. Pelinka holding his assets at the trade deadline could come back to be a wise decision if the Lakers do land someone like Mitchell. The Los Angeles Lakers can go in a few different directions this offseason. They could use those assets to add talented role players, or they could attempt to find a third star. Talented role players like Alex Caruso, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, and others help teams win championships, too. According to Jovan Buha of The Athletic, the Lakers are leaning more toward upgrading their supporting cast. My sense right now is they're leaning more toward upgrading the supporting cast rather than the 3-star model, Buha said in May. That strategy has worked in recent years as the Denver Nuggets won last year with a similar model. The Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks have elite supporting casts, too. However, it's tough to land elite-level role players like Derek White, Daniel Gafford, and P.J. Washington. There's a reason they're playing a big impact on a team in the finals. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report wrote on June 3 that the Lakers chasing supporting pieces feels like trying to throw a couple band-aids on a wound that clearly requires surgical attention and that Los Angeles needs a third star. Chasing a few support pieces feels like trying to throw a couple band-aids on a wound that clearly requires surgical attention, Buckley wrote. Maybe it makes you feel better in the moment, but it's not actually addressing the problem. LA needs a third star. It almost doesn't matter which one. Mitchell, a 5-time All-Star, would fit perfectly in that third-star role after averaging 26.6 points in 2023-24. 5 former teammates JJ Redick can bring to Lakers if hired. The Los Angeles Lakers are about to finalize the hiring of their next head coach. All signs point to JJ Redick being the appointee as it has been expected for the past couple of weeks. Whether that is the right decision or not aside, one thing Redick brings to the table is a relationship with current players in the NBA. Only retiring 3 seasons ago after a 15-year NBA career, Redick has played with plenty of high-level players. This could be a big advantage for the Lakers as the former Duke star can lure some of his former teammates to Los Angeles. Here are 5 likely names who could join Redick this offseason. Redick and Paul played together for the Clippers for 3 seasons, and it was some of the best seasons of Redick's career. They were never quite able to get over the hump and advance past the second round, but it was in Los Angeles that Redick established himself as a starting caliber shooting guard in the league. CP3 and Redick had an excellent backcourt partnership on the Clippers. Redick, an excellent shooter coming off screens, got a ton of scoring opportunities thanks to Paul's playmaking. Now, Paul is in a different stage of his career. He has one more non-guaranteed year left on his contract with the Golden State Warriors. It's highly unlikely that the Warriors will guarantee his $30 million salary for next season. This means that he may be cut, making him a free agent who could then sign with the Lakers for a veteran minimum deal. The 39-year-old is not the player he was a few years ago, but he could still be a valuable contributor off the bench for a contender. Los Angeles Lakers tabbed as best landing spot for Trey Young. Few ambitions are less known than the Los Angeles Lakers' desire to add a third star this summer, with Atlanta Hawks point guard Trey Young atop the list of potential candidates. The three-time All-Star and his backcourt teammate DeJounte Murray are expected to be broken up after 2 seasons together. But if it's Young that's moved, Andy Bailey listed Los Angeles as his best possible landing spot in a column for Bleacher Report. And that the Lakers might be better off acquiring the Hawks star as opposed to trading for Donovan Mitchell. Young might be an even better fit for the Lakers than Donovan Mitchell, Bailey wrote on June 4. His playmaking volume would likely decrease alongside LeBron James, but he's a better creator and distributor than Mitchell. Young is 25 years old, coming off his 6th NBA season, and his 3rd career All-Star honors. He played a shortened 2023-2024, 54 games, with injury, but still averaged 25.7 points and 10.8 assists nightly. His youth and capability to serve as the hub in any offense make him an appealing target for a lot of teams. But for the Lakers especially, if they're ready to start thinking about a world without LeBron James. After LeBron is gone, the pick-and-roll tandem of Young and Davis would be among the league's best and most prolific, Bailey continued. Defense will be a concern for any team with Young, but LA has one of the NBA's best anchors on that end in AD. It's unclear if Atlanta is ready to live in a world without Young, though. As the NBA Finals prepares to kick off, trade chatter will ramp up accordingly. Longtime insider Mark Stein had the last word on Young's future with the Hawks. They were awarded the first overall selection in the upcoming draft, in the NBA's draft lottery. Considerable speculation is already bubbling league-wide, Stein wrote on May 13. Even more feverishly than it was before about the Hawks' expected willingness to trade Trey Young or Murray in the wake of landing the number 1 pick. Los Angeles is bound to be involved in whichever of the 2 Atlanta guards becomes available. But following a switch in representation, there's mounting pessimism about a Young deal to the Lakers. Young left Clutch Sports Group for Creative Artists Agency on May 7. He announced the move on X, formerly known as Twitter. "When I say it, I really mean it," Young tweeted. Another day, another opportunity! The move has direct ties to his Lakers' chances, as Clutch Sports represents LeBron and teammate Anthony Davis. Jovan Buha of The Athletic reported on May 30 that opinions around the league have grown pessimistic of his Los Angeles' odds. Young is a name that has been linked to the Lakers for a while, Buha wrote. Though some around the league believe his switch of representation from Clutch Sports to CA earlier this month has decreased the odds he lands in Los Angeles if he becomes available. James and Davis are 2 of Clutch Sports' most notable clients. Regardless, it's unclear if every key Lakers stakeholder would want to aggressively pursue him. Davis switched to Clutch in 2018, before ultimately getting traded to the Lakers a year later. Representation isn't everything, but Young leaving Clutch isn't nothing, either. The same can be said of Los Angeles' hopes of landing a 3rd star like the Atlanta point guard. It isn't everything because it hasn't happened. And the signals being sent to the rest of the league aren't to be overlooked. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Trey Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.